Assalamu alaikum, this is Professor Muhammad Hassan Khan, and today we are going to start chapter number 9 of week 9 of the course Retail Supply Chain Management. In this chapter, we have to cover all the things about global supply chain management, challenges, and opportunities in the global world. So, these are the topics which we have to cover in this chapter. Over here, we have introduction, key component, challenges and opportunities, strategies, and also we going to have a case study of Apple mobile phone. So this is our first slide, which is all about introduction to the global supply chain management. And the short form is GSCM. So understand what the global supply chain management is. The global supply chain management refer to the design, planning, execution, control, and monitoring of supply chain activities across international borders. It involves coordinating and integrating the flow of materials, information, and finance from suppliers to the manufacturers, distributors, retailers, and ultimately to consumers globally. With globalization, companies are increasingly outsourcing productions and sourcing materials from different parts of the world. This shift has created complex global supply network that acquire robust image practice to ensure efficiency, responsiveness, and competitiveness. So let's understand what the global supply chain management is. I have highlighted the few points as you can see over here, which mean the design. In global supply chain management, we are talking about the design, planning, execution, control, and monitoring. We are doing this. Other than that, we can say that if you want to include more things, then you can say that we can conclude all these things, and we are talking all about what we're talking about the activities across international borders. So over here we mainly talk about what in globally we talk about the across international borders, and for that, for doing supply chain globally, we have to focus on all these things which we have discussed, which is designing, planning, execution, all that things. So it involves the coordinating. Main thing is the coordinating and integrating which are interlinked with each other. The flow of material. What we are doing the flow of materials, information, and finances from where? From supplier to manufacturer. We all are what are doing? We are coordinating. We are like, for example, I give an example of material. Like we are sharing the goods, maybe any kind of goods. Information, like information. If you talk about globally, we are just sharing the information in that sense. For example, in one country, there is a new textile is going to start working that. So, and that textile is going to provide a very great material, and that information is transferring whole in the whole world. So the information is also sharing globally. Finances mean to say, for example, if any country buy anything, so they have to pay. So in that sense, the finance is also transferring from one country to another, in transferring into globally. From where? From suppliers to manufacturers, distributors, retailers, and ultimately, like at the end of the, you can say that the at the end user, which are consumers. So to to consumers globally, to use globally. With globalization, companies are increasingly outsourcing productions and sourcing materials from different part of the world. This is the main thing, that outsourcing productions and sourcing materials from different part of the world. For example, if there are any company manufacturing the car, so they are importing. If the company, let discuss the example of Pakistan. In Pakistan, Toyota and Suzuki, they are working. Okay, they import their parts from from the different part of the world, maybe and from the Japan, maybe from the China, from the other any globally and part of the world. So what they are doing, they are importing the materials for making for making the complete manufacturing in the one country. So this shift has created complex global supply chain network that acquire robust. That means that have to be robust means you can say that strong management. Robust requires strong management practices to ensure efficiency, responsiveness, and competitiveness. Okay, this is all about introduction of the global supply chain management is. Now, see that key components of global supply chain management. What are the key components? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7 key components of the global supply chain management. What are they? Global sourcing, finding and selecting the supplier from different countries based on cost, quality, and delivery capabilities. Main thing is sourcing component. With number one, we are talking about the sourcing, and sourcing we are talking about selecting suppliers. Sourcing, we are selecting the suppliers, or selecting or finding their suppliers from different countries based on cost, quality, and delivery capabilities. Okay. Secondly, we are talking about the logistics and transportation, like coordinating international shipping, warehousing, and last mile delivery. And the second part of the key component, which is the logistics and transportation. In logistics and transportation, we're talking about coordinating international shipping. Okay. Third thing, that is inventory management, balancing inventory levels across global facilities to minimize cost and meet demands. Over here, we're talking about inventory management, the inventory levels across global facilities to minimize cost and meet demand. Okay. Fourth thing is supply chain planning. What we are doing, forecasting, demand planning, and resource allocation across global network. What planning is? Forecasting, demand planning, and resource allocation is all about, we're talking about in the supply chain planning. Okay. Fifth is risk management, identifying and mitigating risk such as geopolitical issues, natural disasters, and supply disruption. In risk management, which we are talking about, identifying and mitigating means, mitigating risk means, you can say that how to reduce the risk, such as global political issues, natural disasters, and supply disruption. In risk we are talking about. Now, technology integration, using system like ERP, TMS, and SCM softwares to streamline operation and improve visibility. Okay. Now, last but not the least, which is the compliance and regulation, key ensuring adherence to international trade law, tariffs, import, export regulation, and environmental standards. So these are all, you can say that, 7 key components of the global supply chain management. First, global sourcing. Second, logistics and transportation. Third, inventory management. Fourth, supply chain planning. Fifth, risk management. Seven, technology integration. Eight, compliance and regulation. Now we are talking about the challenges in the global supply chain management. That what type of challenges we are simple, you can say that the company mainly faces at the time of using the supply chain globally. So first of all, rising cost. Increasing fuel prices, labor costs, tariffs, and currency fluctuation affect profitability. High transportation and cost, storage cost is in different region. Okay, this is one of the biggest challenge that mostly companies faces during the time of importing or exporting from one country to another. The cost, rising of the cost. Why? Fuel price, because most of the thing out of, we talk about 100%, so you can say that a 75 to 80% fuel pricing, sorry, not the fuel, the pricing of all the materials, of all the goods, or each and everything directly depend on the fuel prices, because once the fuel price increase, it disrupt all the chain of one product, and during the time of manufacturing it disturb the whole pricing of the one product. So if the, you can say that I've put the fuel price in the first. Increasing fuel price, labor cost, tariffs, and currency fluctuation affect profitability. So these are all the rising cost. High transportation and storage costs in different regions. So this is the big challenge. Second, complexity and coordination. Multiple suppliers, partners, and distribution centers create logistical and managerial complexity. Time zone differences and language barriers hinder real-time communication in coordination. So the main thing we're talking about, this big challenge, is the coordination, which is, you can say that the biggest coordination, that it is the language barrier. Okay. Second is time zone, you can say that the multiple suppliers, partners. So this is one of the biggest challenge in and the global supply chain, which is complexity and coordination. Why and how coordination issues? The main thing is the language barrier is one of the biggest issue which create the complexity in coordination. Now, thirdly, we are talking about the regulatory compliance. What the regulatory compliance is: customs, trade agreements, and differing environmental laws is challenging. Non-compliance can result in fine, delays, or bans. Okay, this thing like regulatory compliance, regulatory is very much important in the global supply chain. How you can say that the custom trade agreements and different environmental laws is challenging. This is one of the biggest trade custom agreements. Non-compliance can result in fines, delay, or ban if they are not following the compliance, so which cause them fines, delays, or bans to the shipping or any kind of transportation done in the global supply chain management. Fourth thing is the quality control issue. Maintaining consistent product quality when sourcing from multiple countries is different. You can see that like quality control issue is mainly faces like maintaining the consistency product quality. Like you can just transporting one product from one country to the another country, so there may be a chance of the quality issue. The product maybe uh, faces any kind of damage, or the quality, or you can say that the temp, if you talk about the DG product, which are the dangerous goods products, so maybe due to the movement in the shipping, or maybe their ship can face a different, you can say that water pressure or something like that. So due to that reason, the quality of the product may be changed or it can be damaged. So maintaining the consistent product quality when sourcing from multiple countries is different. Okay, challenge in global supply chain management. So this is the same, which is one, two, three, four. Fifth challenge is supply chain disruption. Natural disaster. I was talking about this. Natural disaster, pandemics, example COVID-19, political unrest, or labor strikes can delay or halt operations. Okay? These may be some kind of disruption which create in the challenging of the global supply chain management. Environmental concerns, long distance shipping contributes to carbon emission. This is also the, you can see that the ship is standing there and there is uh, disruption or the natural disasters happen in the sea. So these are all the challenges that mainly faces in the global supply chain management. So let's talk about if there is a challenge, so there must be there must be opportunity present in the global supply chain management, because everything have its good point or everything have the bad point. So the good, if you talk about the good point, which are the opportunities, so let's see the market expansion. Global supply chain enables companies to enter new market and serve international customers. So this is one of the you can say the advantage point or positive point about the expansion of the market. Second thing is the cost advantages. Sourcing material and labor from low cost countries reduce overall production costs. Like countries Pakistan, India, Bangladesh, these are the, you can say that, a low cost countries, because over here there is a cheap labor, cheap material, everything is available, so which give the advantage for the overall production cost is become decreases. And if they sell to the different countries, like first standard country, so there must be the cost 4 times 5 times is higher than the and the low cost countries. So this is the advantage of the this impact the positive image on the cost advantages. Okay, talking about third point, which is the innovation and the collaboration. Collaborating with global partners can foster innovation, improve product design, and enhance services. What it says about innovation and collaboration, if we talk about the globally, so collaborating with the global partners, or you can say that business person, so with the help of that new kind of innovation, improve product design and enhance service is available, which can improve the you can say that, which help the businessman or which help the company to grow from you can say that from the business point of view, or for from the new innovation perspective. So this is the one of the positive point, you can say that. Now talking about the strong and flexible network. Building A diversified supplier base across countries reduce dependency on a single region. Okay, you can say that if you are just buying one product from one country, maybe due to any kind of mishap with that country, or any war happen in that country which discontinue your supply, so that means that you're depending on the one country or one supplier. So strong and flexible network, building a diversified different supply based across countries reduce which what is reduce dependency on a single region. Okay, talking about the technology, number fifth point, which is technology adaptation. Global operations encourages adoption of advanced technologies like AI, IoT, Internet of Things, real time visibility, and predictive analysis improve decision making. So technologies also improve. You can say that, for example, if you talk about China, USA, or Germany, they are using advanced technology. If we link with those countries, so we can also have the improvement in the technology, the usage of the technology. We are aware about their current, you can say that the current world technology they're using, or real-time visibility. So because those countries are using the AI, Internet of Things, that type of technology, so which you can say that which improve the decision making. So this is also a good opportunity point for in the global supply chain management. Now talking about the strategies to overcome supply chain challenges. What are the strategies to overcome the supply chain challenges? First of all, risk management plans. How we can say that overcome the challenges, or you can say that we have discussed over here. So talking about the strategies, first of all we have to talk about the risk management plan. Developing contingency plans for potential disruption, mean to say that if you want to you can say that manage your risk, so that we have to develop different types of plans for potential disruption. For example, if you are facing a problem in supplying product from one country to another, so and you are using only the one shipping line, so you are making different type of strategies for making risk management over there. Okay, developing different type of plans, you can say that. Number second, collaborative relationship, building trust with global partners and suppliers. Like collaborative relationship, like you must, there is a saying that if you want to do the business, so you have to build a trust on other person. If you are not making a trust, so you cannot do the business. Okay, that's thing. It's collaborative relationship, building trust with global partners and suppliers. So if you are just have a good trust on the suppliers, or on your you can say that the partner, so you have the good you can grow the market, because your partners or your suppliers are your, you can say that, the real customers. Training and cultural sensitivity, equipping team with cross cultural communication skills. Training and cultural sensitivity means like for example, there's a company, there is an organization in which there are different type of people working, like there are different language speaking, like there is English language people are working, the German language people are working, or because French language people are working, different language people are country, different language people are working in the single company, which help the company, you can say that cross cultural improve the cross cultural communication. Okay, this is all about equipping team with the cross culture, different type of culture. Okay, that's the thing. Investing in technology, enhancing real time tracking, inventory management, and forecasting. So you can say that strategies is number four, investing in technology. If you are investing in technology which gives the result, enhancing the real time tracking, inventory management, and the forecasting. Okay, this is all about diversification of suppliers. It's fifth strategy number fifth, which means that avoiding over reliance on a single supplier or region. If we have already discussed over here, like over here, building a diverse because if you're relying on the one customer, so or one supplier, so maybe due to any kind of disruption or any kind of misunderstanding, or we can say that your relation with the supplier become weak at any movement. So no, avoiding over reliance on a single customer or region. Okay, diversification of customer, make the different types of customer, different supplier, different you can say the vendors. Okay, which help you to if you have not having good relation with the one customer, you can just buy from another customer. With the help of that, your supply chain will never be interrupted or disturbed at that moment. Okay, if your supply chain is disturbed, your production will be disturbed. If your production is disturbed, your customer will be disturbed. Okay, to avoid this, so have the different diversifier suppliers. Number six, which is the sustainability practice, implementing eco-friendly practice and ethical sourcing. So these are all strategies of global supply chain management. So this is the last slide, which is the case study of Apple Incorporation. Apple global supply chain spans across dozens of countries. It sources components from Japan, Korea, and the US, assemble products in China, and sell globally. Despite its efficiency, Apple faces challenges such as trade tension, labor issues, and the reliance on a few key suppliers. However, through technology, strong planning, and diversified sourcing, it maintains a competitive edge. This is a you can say that a short summary of the Apple Incorporation, that how Apple is working there. You can see over here, source different components from the different worlds. You can say that from Japan, Korea, US, assemble products in China. Okay, and sell them and sell globally, because you know that Apple is available in all over the world. And despite its efficiency, Apple faces challenges. Apple also faces different type of challenges such as trade tension, labors, and reliance on the few key suppliers. However, through technology, strong planning, and the diversified sourcing, it maintains a competitive edge. This is all from the this chapter. I hope you understand all this part. So till then, Allah Hafiz, take care, bye bye.